Hello, 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 all the lovely ones. And thank you for tuning in on another episode of Inspire to Rewire. For today's episode, I decided that I want to talk about our chakras. I will try to keep this episode short because I know it can be very informative for people who doesn't have too much knowledge or any knowledge at all about what our chakras are. We have many different chakras depending on which ones you count. I will focus today on our 7 main chakras. The first one starts a little bit above the top of our head and they run down our spine. I will share what they do and what they represent and where they are located on our bodies. Our 7 chakras are believed to be the energy centers of the spiritual power in the human body. Each chakra is connected to different organs within our bodies. When one chakra is out of balance, this can affect the organs that is connected to that chakra. It has been documented that when different chakras in the body comes to balance, certain diseases that people have had disappears, or maybe you can say rather heals. And cultures from all around the globe has identified that we have these energy centers within our bodies. There are ways for us to balance them or to make them overactive or even have them blocked. When they are aligned, we are in complete energetic harmony, body, mind, and spirit. All our chakras are connected to different plants and astrology and crystals. In energy healing, keeping these centers open, aligned, and activated enhance our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Each of these 7 chakras has a vibrational frequency that is associated with different colored crystals and stones. I know I mentioned this briefly in my previous episode when I talked about crystal therapy. The 7 main chakra points that we all have runs down our spine and it represents vital energy force. And each chakra operates at a different frequency. And all frequencies carry information. When energy moves through any of these centers, system begins to change. When the first center begins to activate, the energy then activates the brain in that center. It's like an activation of a mind in that center. If the second center activates, it's a different mind, consciousness that is activated within your chakra. Our first chakra, which is our root chakra, is based in our pelvic area and has the color red. In this chakra center, you have an enormous amount of energy. There is so much life force that it can create a new life. Imagine being able to move that energy upwards your spine towards all the other chakra centers that you have. Your first root chakra represents stability, security, and our basic needs. When it is balanced, you feel grounded and safe and secure and firm within your place in life. You feel very centered and happy to be alive. But when it's blocked, you might be feeling instability, financial instability, anxiety, fear, and just feelings of feeling ungrounded. And then overactive root chakra ends up with one being very materialistic and very greedy, having a big lust for money and power, and being very aggressive and feeling a lot of insecurities and not feeling grounded. And when the root chakra is blocked, one desires a lot of materialistical things and feelings like you need to get money without having healthy intentions behind them. Our root chakra is connected to our feelings of security and our survival needs and grounding and belonging. You can use different affirmations for each chakra And the affirmation for this chakra, your root chakra, is I am. And when you meditate and connect to your root chakra, you can, for example, affirm, I am free to shift into peace and calm energy whenever I desire. Our second chakra, which is the sacral chakra and is the color orange, is located right below your navel. This chakra is our center of creativity, and it helps us to express ourselves. When the sacral chakra is balanced, you will experience feelings like joy and pleasure and sexuality and sensuality and nurturing and procreation and deep emotions like passion and optimism. If you're experiencing a low libido or even have a sex life that is not working out for you, that could actually be contributing to having a blocked sacral chakra, because this is the chakra that is identified with our sex organs, our pleasures and passion. And if you have fear of intimacy or no intimacy at all or no creativity, you might feel very isolated and lonely. That is going to affect your sacral chakra in a negative way. And when you have an overactive sacral chakra, you might be over emotional or be like a sex addict or even be manipulative. The affirmation for the sacral chakra is I feel. And once you meditate on your sacral chakra, you can affirm things like I feel peace knowing that the universe has my back, which it always does. Moving on to our third chakra, which is our solar plexus chakra, and is located between our ribs at the solar plexus area and has the color yellow. This solar plexus chakra is the source of personal power. When this is balanced, you have drive and confidence, and you have a great self-image with empathy. You feel like you are in control and have a great self-esteem. You have assertiveness and willpower, and you can feel like you are in your purpose. But when it's unbalanced, we can feel very threatened in those situations. And then when we have a blocked sacral chakra, and that will result in feelings like low self-esteem and feeling powerless, being very submissive, and feeling like the world is against you or that you just can't get ahead in life. If your solar plexus chakra is overactive, you could be very much of a perfectionist and very power hungry and critical and judgmental. When you meditate on this chakra, the affirmation is, I do. You can, for example, affirm, I do not chase, I only attract. Moving on to our fourth chakra, which is our heart chakra, and has the color green. Like most part of our earth and beautiful nature, it's connected to love. The energy center unites the lower chakras of matter and the upper chakras of spirit, and act as a bridge between our body, mind, emotion, and spirit. When your heart chakra is balanced, you will feel feelings of love, peace, compassion, acceptance, gratitude, and forgiveness, which is very important for your healing and for all the relationships around you. You will feel unconditional love and have meaningful relationships in your life. If your heart chakra is overactive, you might be very self-sacrificing or codependent, putting others before yourself, and being really attached to your relationships, not being able to find your independence, and you might be very jealous. You are basically giving too much when this is unbalanced. When this chakra is blocked, you might be very bitter and hateful and not have great relationships in your life. You might feel a lack of empathy. You might be experiencing trust issues. You could be very intolerable when it comes to love and relationships and connections. The affirmation for this chakra is, I love. When you meditate on your heart chakra, you can affirm, I love every cell of my body and this universe, and they love me back. And when it comes to our fifth chakra, which is the throat chakra and has the color blue, this chakra is situated on the throat and is a source of verbal expression and helps our ability to speak our highest truth. This chakra is all about communication. When your throat chakra is balanced, you have no issues with expressing yourself, and might be easy for you to behave as a leader. And you have no problems with communication, and you can speak your truth. You are able to communicate creatively. But when this chakra is blocked, you have issues with expressing yourself and issues with communication. There might be a lot of arguments and even be a lot of secrets, or you might be holding a lot of things from people. This chakra is also connected to your listening abilities. So if you have issues listening, this might also mean you have a blocked throat chakra. If this chakra is overactive, this might cause the person to be very loud and very sassy, as well as very opinionated and gossipy. This person might abuse their communication privileges by talking over others or using harsh words, curse words, using the communication skills in a negative manner. The affirmation for this chakra is, I speak. You can affirm when you meditate on this chakra, I speak my truth and I honor my boundaries. Our sixth chakra has the color indigo. This chakra is located in between the eyebrows, your third eye, as it often is referred to, and represents our center of intuition. Your third eye chakra symbolizes your abilities to manifest and your psychic abilities, your inner wisdom and visualization and clarity. When the third eye chakra is balanced, you can have experience of visions beyond the physical realm. You might also be really in tune with your intuition. When your intuition is really strong, you are able to feel when things are right or when they are off. You can also be very imaginative and creative. But when the third eye chakra is blocked, you might have a hard time to listen to your intuition. You can have a poor imagination or a poor creativity. You will have a really hard time to listen to your inner thoughts, or even have a hard time hearing the guidance from your ancestors or other spiritual realms or spiritual entities. If it is overactive, this means that you can have hallucinations or nightmares or delusions and feeling like you're seeing spirits, but being very uncomfortable with it, as it can be very intense. You might have overworked the spirituality, being very eager and taking on more than you can actually handle at this moment in time. You should move here with caution because this can happen, and it can happen when people start to work with their kundalini. So this is something to be aware of. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen it happens occasionally. The affirmation for this chakra is I see. You can affirm, for example, when you meditate on it, I see abundance all around me. And last but not least, our 7th chakra, which is our crown chakra and has the color purple. Our crown, that can also be called the 1,000-petal lotus chakra, is located at the crown of the head. This is the chakra of enlightenment and spiritual connections to ourselves and others. The temple at the top of the head, it connects you to the spirit realm. It connects you to the higher purpose. It is usually associated with consciousness and bliss and oneness and spirituality and beliefs and understanding. When it is balanced, you feel a strong connection to your spirituality and the universal love. You feel aware and wise. And like you have an understanding for your spirituality and your place in the world. If your crown chakra is behaving a little bit overactive, you will be very dogmatic with your ideas and very judgmental and ungrounded. If it is blocked, then you might feel feelings of depression. You might feel like you are lost when it comes to your spirituality and you're not able to find a connection to or with your spirit. You might even have learning disabilities, as this chakra is of the mind. You can cause you brain fog, or any issues like that is a sign of a blocked crown chakra. And the affirmation of this chakra is, I understand. You can affirm, I understand that in order to protect myself, I need to let go of anyone or anything that disrupts my peace. All of your chakras you can balance at home for free. You can also go to someone who works with energy or Reiki, as they might be able to help you. Me, myself, I meditate every single morning, and I always call in the rainbow. And I let the rainbow fill me with all its beautiful colors to help balance out my chakras. I imagine the rainbow coming down at the top of my head, going down my spine and filling all of my chakras up. And as the rainbow is filling me up with colors, I can see each chakra opening up like a flower. You can also do color therapy for each chakra. And this means that you wear the color that supports each chakra. You can wear clothing or crystals that match the color of the chakra. You can even eat more fruits and veggies that has the color of the chakra where you feel unbalanced. And dance is always a good thing when you feel like energy is stagnant in any place of the body that is connected to the location of each chakra. Move that part of your body more when dancing to the music that gets you into the rhythm. Move the energy and get that energy flowing. Put your intentions while you dance or meditate on that chakra that you feel is unbalanced, to either fill it up with the color and energy or to have the stagnant or stuck energy move. Another good thing for chakras is yoga. It's a very good practice for all your chakras and even for trapped emotions. And when you start to work on your chakras, you will have to embody the characteristics of each chakra to keep the energy flowing freely. And keep this in mind. You can't work on balancing your chakras and then when you go out in life, act with an unbalanced chakra towards other people as a reaction to your triggers. It's so important to heal yourself, because in that way you heal all around you as well. Bless your energy centers and slow your brain waves down. When you meditate and practice chakra affirmations with attention, open your awareness up and break the habits of being yourself. And all this can be done with practice. But as with everything and anything else, you have to stay consistent. With consistency comes results. And it's often when people are just on the verge to give up that they're actually about to have their breakthrough. So don't give up. No matter how many times you fall, get up and keep investing and showing up for yourself. You are an energetic soul, having a human experience. And the more you work on these things, as we haven't been taught to do, the more you will evolve for your own well-being and betterment. When you balance your chakras, you can actually restore the organs in your body and connect to your chakras. I know it can be really hard to break a certain belief system that has been indoctrinated in us. And we've been having that belief system for years. But there is actually plenty of research and science behind our chakras. And it's literally there for you to look into for yourself. If this episode might hopefully spark some interest within you. My recommendation is, as with every other episode I record, is to look these things up for yourself. If my episodes makes you question the things you already know, don't let laziness or other distractions be in the way of you becoming a stronger, healthier, and more aware you. Look into things yourself and go on the path of discovery of the things that you didn't know. The more that you discover and learn, the more you will expand your mind. And a lot of these things, I can only speak from my own path. I discovered these things, and the more I discovered and learned, the more I actually understood myself. And more things fell into place, and I felt more at peace and more in harmony. So all of the work that I have done and all of the knowledge I have accumulated so far has really been a benefit to my life. And I think that I am here to spread what I know, as everyone else out there is doing. And I hope that all of the knowledge that I share gives you the same as it has given to me. I wish you blessings and balanced chakras. And I wish you love and light. Namaste.